I think that we do a disservice to like all the kids or anybody we teach, like philosophy or sciences or about anything that's kind of an information that would lead to them doing. When we teach them in such a way that we go back to Marx or we go back to Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, any person who's Freud, any person that's discovered something and they write it down how it is, how it was, how they discovered it, what they found, the way it is. And in like, I guess a lot of the sciences and a lot of life, something brought to you in that way makes sense because you would teach them the boundaries that society would want put on this, or that for the study of this particular thing, nuclear or whatever, this is, if we don't like corral the cats of their creativity, they wander the fuck off everywhere, so you don't get the one thing focus. Because society needs physicists that know. And I agree, they do. But I think when we teach people these same stories, read the memoirs or the autobiographies or whatever, or the papers, the journal, when they read these things, we teach them to just take that, all of it, not just the discovery, but the opinions of the person that lived a life that at least a lot of isn't even a relevant interpretation of reality anymore. So you have people that read Nietzsche and they read the Stoic, Aurelius, and they read Socrates or Plato or whoever, whatever, or religions. They box themselves in with the boxes that the other people had. And it stops their creativity. Because now you're not just corralling the cats into the absolutes of what nuclear fission would do. You're corralling the cats into the way you must interpret life, or the way you must approach this or that. There's so many people I talk to that have the ability to understand, but at the same time they don't. They willfully place scales on their eyes. And they can tell the direction that the light's coming in, but they couldn't define the details of it because they're not seeing it. They're seeing what they saw of it, what Freud discovered about it. They're trapped by the biases that made that person. They don't see the tiny fucking iterations of knowledge that grew and then were augmented by social constructs or confirmation bias, or even with the scientific theory, where they chose to direct, how they chose to interpret, the people they chose to employ. It's and so much of humanity, of us, hasn't really moved in an organic way because we're not roaming the fairy or the prairies, able to look at the flowers and have a naive understanding of it. So because you don't know what doesn't work, you allow yourself to think of things that might not. And those things then allow you to see where you can push things, or a better way to see things, so you realize your mind is plastic because you're not taught that it is this way, or that this is this way. And you're taught that analyzing is based on this thing, so it's this interpretation is right. And And you don't even care because those scales don't let you see. But you don't know it. And you fit in with everybody around you that was taught the same thing. And you sound smart. You are smart. But the way you're talking, it belies a lack of understanding of the broader issues. Because I think if you were to teach people how things work, not what to do with them, or better yet, what not to do with them, or this is what society places the importance of this towards. This is the 5 different classes and majors you can have in this topic. And in this, the chapters have been planned out. Fuck, what you will learn has been planned out for you before the book was published. And that's, I mean, if it comes from Texas, anyway. So, before you even get into school to learn more, the ceiling's there for you already. When you see the light go out in people, the curiosity just die. They have it. They had it. But they're told they're wrong for it. And they're told that there's no benefit for it. And it's just silly. When it's everything. These stupid fucking people. They deny everything that they rely on. They push away what they require because it's not wrapped in the packaging that they've been told it comes in. Because it does more than they've been made to believe it can do. So you must be wrong. You're delusional. And they don't know enough to know that you're not. I need to talk like this. I need to play them back. I need to see my faces, responses. Not that I have to make them. There's that. But I need to see them, and I need to hear the words and the intonations when my eyes move one way or when they look left to right. And I can remember what's going on at the point when my eyes were doing that, what I was thinking when I said those words. So then I can see that, and it now becomes a 3D thought. And then I can use that. That's new information. That's a new way to see it. New vantage point, new angle. So I need to do these. So fuck if you don't like them, turn it. I mean, I really, I need it. I don't know the value that anyone else would have, but it's here. I'm an honest, maybe the most honest, because I don't see any value in the other. I know there's not, even if in short term, it leads to confusion and anxiety and anger. Because anger, when you can't deal, when you can't understand, what do? So maybe if I do enough of these, maybe I can find some value in them, in me, other than silly videos and hypothetical scientific discoveries and lofty goals of figuring out humanity's fucking want to do. That's a big one, but I feel it. I feel like saying my Japanese is an architect, but I don't know if that would make sense to anyone. In fact, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. It's not nonsense, but it's been filtered through a pretty nonsensical situation. So whatever. Yeah, squirrel.